an extraordinary teacher. History gave me abundant happiness, like other days. English gave me abundant creativity, like other days. Maths tried to console my terrified mind, not like other days. I decided to have the same smile on my face. I decided to give the subject inserted between my creativity and poems a little space. Tried to study it with some fascination, just to keep that smile always intact. Never erase it just because my mind was inclined towards creativity and my inclination towards maths lacked. Observe the teacher and the encouraging looks. Observe the smile that constantly told me that I could improve bit by bit. Never had the same attitude towards maths. Never got frustrated with the same expressions. Wished that someday in life I would come back to thank that teacher. Would be back as a writer, but thank the maths teacher for always believing in me. For I could say that writing shaped my destiny, but my fear shaped my life and made it free. I would be back just to see that smile again, to ask some complex questions that I never asked in class, but to just learn them again. I would thank the subject someday for being tricky but leading me to answers, because it taught me that every moment of my life sums up to a question that will always have an answer. I knew that my most loved subjects would guide me further, but I never knew that maths would guide my emotional state further. I now do not wish that I should have been excellent at it, because I was created to reach the marbles and create history more than just a bit. I now think that my creativity carved me to befriend it. My writing led me to remember it. For creating my life, I never took it up, but preserved its values farther than up. Just remembered it for the values I learned from it. Just remembered it for the teacher smiled at it. Just remembered it for that smile calmed me a bit. It taught me to never give up and believe in myself. It taught me to always look up, not to others, but to myself. Remembered it for it created an extraordinary teacher, and the subject itself was a teacher. Remembered it for it taught me to enjoy the journey, for journey is rewarded more than the answer. Just like the ladders that finally guided me to the right but sometimes wrong answers. Just remembered it for the triangles reminded me to never forget the three magical words. Just remembered it for the angles taught me to never disappoint my mind's creative desires. Just remembered it for it taught me that every situation is not only two-dimensional, but it could also be three-dimensional. Just remembered it for it taught me that irrational numbers do exist, and complex situations that need to be rationalized do exist. Just remembered it for the X, Y, and Z taught me to substitute sadness, grief, and negativity with happiness, imagination, and creativity. Just remembered that a number has many factors, and so, to exist, life has so many beautiful factors.